Hey there guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here today with another episode of Bocchi the Rock. So last episode, great adaptation, great episode, great music, great storyline and whatnot. I'm so glad that they managed to do the original work justice and not only just do it justice, but also elevate it in a lot of different ways, right? Of course, this is something I've been harping on throughout this entire series. I'm glad that this is not just a small like a simple cash grab or something that doing it for the sake of doing it, but it's actually being done with love, right? So we just went through like a very pivotal moment, I would say, in the storyline where they, the first time the four of them all together kind of like successfully held their first live concert together. And it's it's great, right? They did great. Bocchi did great as well. Kita-chan did great, and all of them did great. And so things should be smooth sailing from here, right? Well, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I do think the girls deserve to have a little bit of relaxation before their next big hurdle. So that, I suspect, is what this episode is gonna be. Let's find out together. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Nope. Alright, it's still summer break right now. It's still summer vacation. Ah, okay, okay. I know where we are now. Playing guitar from dawn to night. I was like, what schedule do you actually have? Yeah, it depends. Go. Wait till tomorrow. Time to eat? Oh, it's actually still dinner time. Next day. What the? What the actual hell? Oh, okay. She's looking at. I thought this was gonna be like a big metaphor for like how heavy her feelings are, or something like that. That even light gets trapped. Futari is just like having a time of her life. This is how my sis is. I find that Bocchi the Rock is that, the anime as a whole is actually gaining a lot of traction, and a lot of people are really loving it. And I am so glad. Like, we really need more works like this. Right? We need a worthy successor to K-On! And Bang Dream, I guess. Although to me, Bang Dream is a little bit different from K-On! In a lot of ways, actually. I feel like this one definitely carries on the K-On! Spirit a lot more in terms of its setting and what it's trying to do. And actually being a lot more, I love K-On! Like, don't get me wrong, but this also has a lot more authenticity in terms of actually being a rock band, an aspiring rock band. Enoshima esque. Yeah, isn't that high? Oh, she's just outside. Very focused on her craft, eh? Sick burn. And Leo's just always off doing her own things. Nobody hung out with her. Mochis. More importantly, would you actually go swim, Bochi? Like, in all honesty, like, as an introvert, I think I can safely say that introverts do not like beaches. Just like that? Shouldn't you guys like at least like get dressed or something? Oh, culture festival. If there's anything that a band anime, a music anime has to have, it's definitely the culture festivals. Black hole. I feel like Kita-chan probably would be able to handle them though. Oh, Bocchi's actually being a normie for once, or as they say in Japan, Ryachu. Wait, yeah. I was just like, no, there's still more. Kita energy. She's definitely the Genki type of girl. And meanwhile, these are just like completely athletic zeros. Wait, you brought it here? What? Hey, a base for a ticket. That is one hell of a bargain, right? I would definitely be selling that ticket to her. You know, I'm feeling hot just looking at Bocchi, wear her like entire jersey and whatnot. Oh, here we go. Tropical love. Oh. And this is what the Japanese call a bakaparu. A stupid couple. Right. Yep. Well, that's certainly memorable. Yeah. Yeah, just just a little, just a little, just a dake. Huge doubt. Even though, this is very heartwarming and all, still huge doubt. Of course. Oh, no, actually, I get it, I get it. Ow! Shuka Festival. A. No? Oh, this one, huh? Oh, wait, do we? Well, at the very least, this is still a different animation, right? Nanigawari. I love that little dances that they're doing. Oh, it's okay. No, actually, I think we saw this. We heard this ending song last time. I don't remember this ending animation though, or was I just completely talking over it? Okay, never mind. Anyways, I'll see you guys after this. Alright, so that was episode 9, and before we talk about the episode, I just want to quickly touch on the ending song, because yes, indeed, it is the same ending song as the last one. I thought, it sounded familiar. It's just that, because I'm actually listening to their songs on streaming services as well, as sort of like my playlist music, I was kind of unsure if this was actually something that just came out in my playlist, or if this is the first time that, I couldn't quite remember if this is the first time we're hearing it, but no, it's the same one as the last episode. It's just that they simply put an ending animation to it as well. And some other interesting thing about this that I forgot to mention last episode is it's actually written by one of the members of the female rock band the Peggies. So I think I mentioned before that for all of the music that they're using here, even though they're like first of all, I'm so glad that they're switching up. The opening is great, the ending, even the first ending was great, but I love how they keep on switching up the songs, right? As a music anime, these songs are very, very important, and the fact that they do switch things up, that's just great, right? And they actually take a lot of effort into inviting different artists to contribute to this as well. So the first ending song was written by one of the members of Kanabun, the popular Japanese band, rock band Kanabun. The second song, I believe, was written by one of the members of Tricot, who are maybe not quite as familiar, quite not quite as popular as kind of Boom, but it is still considered a staple of Japanese rock bands. And the third one here, right, this particular one, Nanigawarui, is actually written by one of the members of the all-female rock band, the Peggies. So the more you know. Anyways, I just love how they're utilizing all these different people to write the songs and whatnot. Very two thumbs up for me. And I think we still have some time for one last ending change, right? If this does go to like 12 episodes or whatnot, I think we can fit one more song in there. All right, but beyond all that, let's talk a little bit about this episode, right? Well, there's not really too much to talk about. I did mention before that even though I really enjoy these kinds of anime for talking about the actual topic at hand, right? Which is forming a band, music, playing music, and those kind of things. Don't get me wrong, this is still firmly within the cute girls doing cute things kind of overall genre, and their everyday lives, daily lives kind of stuff. It's bound to be in there, right? But I've always loved how especially for anime, when they try to go deeper into a particular subject, and really show the professionalism and the research, or the closeness to reality, if you will. And I think those are the best types of cute girls doing cute things type of anime. Like consider something like Girls and Panzer, right? Girls and Panzer, which is highly touted for its accuracy to to how tanks actually work and all that, and versus something like this, even back in the K-On! Days, I think it's, as someone who plays music, plays guitar as well, a lot of the stuff that's in K-On! Really resonates with me, because how to pick your first instrument, the frustrations of your first few chords and whatnot. It's kind of like smoothed over later on, where we focus a little bit more on the relationships, but at least for Bocchi the Rock up to this point, I think it's still firmly within that sort of category where they are talking much more about the daily stuff of being a rock band, and a high school rock band, and what you should be doing, and etc etc. And that's not to say that they don't have a lot of daily stuff, right? I mean, Bocchi's daily breakdowns can be considered that, or some nice little outings like this, which I do believe are still quite crucial to it, because we want to see the band members grow closer to each other, right? In fact, going back to this particular episode, when I first read it in the manga, I was actually a little bit disappointed that it wasn't longer. I was fully hoping, this is like sort of like their first real outing together, right? I mean, sure, they went to Bocchi's house before, but that doesn't really count. This is their first real time hanging out beyond just playing music and whatnot, and I wanted it to be a little bit more monumental, if you will. I was fully expecting us to have like some imagery of Bocchi like being too excited the night before, and having to pack up and what should I do, and not knowing what to wear, and so on and so forth, and the rest, and did all the shenanigans that will happen from then to there. But instead it kind of went just like, oh, let's just drag her over there when she's unconscious. I'm just like, okay, but I do feel like there could have been more for this, if you guys know what I mean. So unfortunately, it is what it is, and don't get me wrong, like they certainly played things quite closely to how it happened in the manga, but which is a good thing, but I do feel like they could have gone further a little bit. Well, with that being said, though, I can kind of understand why they don't want to stretch things out too long with some original stuff, because I have a sneaking suspicion I know how they are going to end this season at. Can this have a second season? I don't know. In fact, I'm not even sure if the manga has enough material to support a second season, if we're being honest here. The manga isn't actually all that far along. This got an adaptation real quick, all right? Well, well, technically the story has been out quite some time already, but you know, it's in terms of like the actual chapter count and whatnot, it's not really that far along, to be honest. So I don't, if we are going, if they do want to make like a second season right now, I actually don't think they have enough material to do that. But anyways, that's kind of beside the point. So I already mentioned before, right, in the episode, how, you know, they mentioned cultural festivals and how those are a big thing in music anime or sports anime, or like, I think any kind of high school based anime. Cultural festivals are a big thing, right? And at the end of this particular episode, we also see a flyer, right, looking for you know, looking for entertainers and whatnot, looking for people to go up stage and perform. So I think we should, with that being said, everybody should have an idea of where we're going with this, right? And considering how many episodes we have left, I think it's a pretty safe bet to say that we'll probably end with you know, that kind of performance, which I'm not gonna spoil. But hey, I am definitely looking forward to having like one more new song, watching them play, and also potentially a one new ending song as well. And I am all for that. So yeah, and I think there's not really too much else to add in terms of their outing and whatnot. Inoshima is certainly a popular tourist attraction. I've never been there before, and it's not exactly a place that really tickles my interest, if you will. Like I said, I feel like for most introverts, anyways, going to the beach is not necessarily something that you like. Like, don't get me wrong, like I go to the beach, right? I surf and you know, I just this summer, or actually not quite summer, like fall, right? I actually went on a sort of like a yacht excursion, right? You know, doing some, you know, stand up pedal stuff and all that kind of thing. But to be honest, like, my heart does not lie in the beach and in the sea. That's definitely something more for, you know, extroverted people and whatnot. I'm the type of guy who's feeling like, oh my god, the sun is burning me, just let me go and chill out in the shade somewhere. I feel like for, I don't know, like this might be a bias for me, but I do feel like most introverts would probably like mountains a lot more. This is a classic question in Japan, right? Like, do you like the sea? Or, you know, do you prefer the sea or do you prefer the mountains? And I would definitely feel that for most of the band that we see here, they would probably prefer the mountains, where it's cooler, there's less people, etc., etc., etc. Kita-chan, I mean, Kita's just whatever, right? She's just completely, you know, total type of an outgoing person, and you know, she's doing her thing. And so yeah, you know, I think Bocchi's reaction to this is quite simple. Like, come on, you want an introvert, someone who's really shy of talking to people, and taking her out to a place that's very crowded and you know, lots of people and whatnot, like the beach. Yeah, I don't think that's really happening. So I mean, good that they actually chose a sort of like, not quite the beach, but something, you know, the shrines and you know, the sites and all that, which is a little bit different. Although, well, I would definitely want to see Bocchi in a swimsuit. Like I said before, right? One of the characteristics that she's supposed to have is that she's supposed to be very cute and have a very great figure, if you will, which we saw a little bit in the scene where they went to Bocchi's home. But this was one of the original settings that the offer gave to Bocchi. Not that it's really utilized all that much, but it's there, and again, in anime form, there's some stuff we can do that's definitely different. Not to you know, want to like overtly, you know, showcase like her as, you know, her figure or whatnot, but I'm just saying that this sort of contrast is also quite fun as well, right? You have this sort of like nerdy, indoorsy type of girl, and then suddenly she's, you know, just out there like wowing everyone, right? But then, you know, she's completely too shy and whatnot, so she still has that sort of like personality where she's going to melt at any time. And I don't know, I just imagining it makes me feel like so funny. But anyways, I digress. That's not really going to happen unless the anime decides to do some original stuff. So, anyways, that is it for this episode. Next one, like I said, into the festival, into the next school year, and we definitely have a lot to cover there. So, stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.